What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aviation 767. Today we have the Springfield 2025 February update for you guys. A lot of international, a lot of domestic, and just a whole lot of action here. This update is going to be taking place from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So around 3 hours of traffic with, like I said, heavy internationals to light domestics. Apart from that, here arriving in from London Heathrow, we have this British Airways Boeing 777-300. He, like I said, is arriving from London Heathrow. He's going to be taxiing at Concourse C here, and he's going to be making that departure back out there later this evening. And here, just taxiing to the terminal, we have this KLM Airbus A330-200. He's arrived in from Amsterdam, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there this mid-afternoon. Here parked at gate, we have this American Airbus A330-300 getting some luggage loaded off the aircraft and some fuel. He arrived in from London Heathrow earlier, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there tonight as well. London Heathrow at Springfield is a competitive route, as we have 3 airlines that service there, which are going to be American, British Airways, and United. So in this update, we do have 2 of those, being American and British Airways. So it's very competitive, which is a very good thing for Springfield. So we'd like to keep that up to the standards. And just behind that American Airbus A330, we have this Frontier Airbus A320 and the Griswold the Bear. He's going to be taxiing to Concourse B as he's just arrived in from Denver. We have looked at service to Las Vegas with Frontier, and it seems that is very possible. So be expecting either updates or the route coming to Springfield in the next month. This could be huge for Frontier and just a huge part to Springfield that we'd love to add. Here in the maintenance area, we have this American Eagle and Barrett ERJ-145. He arrived in last night with an issue to the empennage, which the whole entire tail part of the aircraft is empennage. So it's some mechanical stuff, and we cannot necessarily service him right now as we don't have the parts and necessary amenities to do that. So he'll probably be here for another week and a half, but he'll be out flying the skies sooner than later. So we'll get an update to you guys, but that's what he is here for. We do have some cargo aircraft in this update. The first one is going to be our worldwide services UPS MD-11. He's going to be making a departure out to Louisville in an hour roughly, and he arrived in from there last night. This MD-11 services there twice daily. The first, of course, going to be in the morning, and the second one's going to be in the evening. So it's a beautiful, beautiful plane, and we're just happy to hold service with UPS, and especially on this kind of old, not fashion, but this older aircraft is very, very sentimental to Springfield. Here taxiing to Concourse C, we have this WestJet Boeing 787-900. He's just arrived in from Calgary, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there later tonight. Here at Concourse A on the international side, we have this US Airways Express CRJ-900. He arrived in from Toronto last night, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there in around an hour's time. Here adjacent to that US Airways CRJ-900, we have this American Airbus A319 getting ready for pushback for a flight out to Roatan International Airport, located in Honduras. It's actually an island north of Honduras, but they do serve Springfield. This is actually a brand new route in 2025. American has added around 5 to 7 new routes, international and domestic combined, in 2025. So this is one of the new ones, and we're happy to serve there. It's a beautiful location, and we're happy for our passengers to be able to go there. So like I say, he's going to be departing out to Roatan in just a couple of minutes after he gets pushed back, and he'll be arriving in from there later this evening. Here at gate, we have this American Boeing 757-200. He arrived in from Punta Cana last night, and he's going to be doing that turnaround back out there in around an hour's time today. Now here, just arriving from Buffalo, New York, we have this US Airways Express and Barrett ERJ-170. This is a new route. Well, I shouldn't necessarily say new, but this is a route that we canceled around 3 years ago back in 2022, and we have now brought it back as the needs for it are kind of relevant now. So they went down, but now they are back. So like I said, he arrived in from Buffalo, New York, and he's going to be doing that turnaround back out there later today around 3 o'clock. Next up here, we have this American Eagle CRJ-700. He's just arrived in from Charlotte, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there around an hour's time. Here at gate, we have this American Airbus A321neo. He has arrived in from LAX, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there around 30 minutes. This is a 3 times daily route on the Airbus A321neo for American, so it's a very, very popular route, and it's in high demand. We have looked into it, and we have decided not to upgrade or bring the aircraft to a 757. I think the A321 is perfect for this route, so he's going to be doing that departure out to LAX in around 30 minutes. Next up, we have the US Airways Airbus A319 and the Piedmont Retro livery. He's going to be making a departure out to St. Thomas. This is another new route in 2025 for American Airlines at Springfield. So like I mentioned, he's going to be making a departure out to St. Thomas, and he's going to be doing that turnaround back out to Springfield once he gets there after around 2 hours. Here taxiing, we have the Delta Connection CRJ700 in the silver and soaring livery. He's taxiing to his gate at Concourse B, which will be gate B2, and he arrived in from Atlanta. Here taxiing in front of him, we have the Allegiant Airbus A319. He's arrived in from Orlando Sanford, and he's going to be parking at Concourse B as well. Here taxiing from the cargo ramp, we have this UPS Boeing 757-200. He's going to be making a departure out to Ontario, California. Here, fourth in line for takeoff, we have this American Boeing 777-200. He's going to be making a departure out to Honolulu or Mile High Aviation's airport. Here, moving on to Concourse B, which is our fully domestic terminal here at Springfield for other airlines other than American Airlines. Starting off today, we have this JetBlue Airbus A320. He's going to be making a departure out to JFK in around an hour's time. Now flipping over to our Delta section, here we have this Delta MD-90 getting some fuel onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport later today. Here, just getting ready for pushback, we have this Delta Boeing 717-200. He's going to be making a departure out to Salt Lake City, Utah, and he arrived in from there earlier this morning around 7 a.m. In another older aircraft here, we have this Legion MD-80. He's getting some luggage onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to St. Petersburg, Florida in around an hour. Here at gate, we have this United Express CRJ550. He arrived in from Chicago O'Hare around 2 hours ago, and he's going to be making that departure around an hour. This flight is actually 3 times daily, every other day at Springfield, so it gets used a lot, but the demand for it is pretty high, as the Chicago O'Hare route is pretty relevant here at Springfield. Here holding for pushback, we have this Allegiant Boeing 737 MAX 8 200 variant. He's going to be making a departure out to Las Vegas, and he arrived in from there last night around 9 o'clock. Here taxiing to gate at Concourse B, we have this United Boeing 737 MAX 8. He arrived in from San Francisco, and he's going to be doing that departure back out there later today around 4 o'clock. Here getting some of the last passengers on the aircraft and some of the last fuel, we have this United Boeing 767-300. He's going to be making a departure out to Houston, and he arrived in from there yesterday around 3 o'clock. Here pushing back for a flight out to Seoul, we have this Korean Air Boeing 787-900. He has a twice weekly flight, so once on Saturday and then once on Wednesdays. So like I said, a twice weekly flight, and he's going to be making that departure out to Seoul. Taxiing into the runway, here we have this Emirates Airbus A380-800. He's going to be 6th in line for takeoff, and he's going to be making a departure out to Dubai, as that is where he arrived in from earlier today. Here at Concourse C, just arriving from Punta Cana, we have this Delta Boeing 757-300. Like I said, he's just arrived in from there, and he's getting some catering and the passengers off of the aircraft. He's going to be making that departure back out there around 3 p.m. Here pushing back from Concourse C, we have this Southwest Boeing 737-800 MAX in the regular Southwest livery. He's pushing back for a flight into Chicago Midway, where earlier he arrived in from Cancun, so we had to go to Concourse C, as this is our international terminal here at Springfield, so they all went through customs, and now he's pushing back for a flight out to Chicago Midway. Here, third in line for takeoff, we have this FedEx Boeing 767-300 freighter. Like I said, he's third in line for takeoff, and he's going to be making a departure down to Miami. Second in line for takeoff, here we have this American Boeing 737 MAX 8. He's going to be making a departure out to Phoenix, Arizona. Here first in line for departure and waiting for an Alaska Airbus A319 to take off, which we'll get to him in a moment. We have this Southwest Boeing 737-800 MAX in the MU-1 livery. He's going to be making a departure to St. Louis, and he arrived in from there yesterday. This is a new route for Southwest to Springfield, so this is a nice one. It's 2025 again, so a few new routes for other airlines here at Springfield as well, and we're happy to have this one. So this should be around twice weekly, just some simple service there, and hopefully over time we can bump that up more. And like I mentioned a moment ago, our last aircraft here is this Alaska Airbus A319. He's going to be taking off for a flight out to Seattle, Washington. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like. That would be much appreciated. A few things for the month of February. Of course, I would try to get this one obviously out, and then 2 other airport updates and hopefully a spotting video. And that should be for every month, around 3 airport updates and a spotting video to fill that month out. However, for the end of February and early March, actually through the whole entire month of March roughly, there will be a lot of trip reports and a lot of trip videos, so stay tuned for that. I'll try to get the logistics down, but there's going to be a lot hopefully, so like I said, stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. But as always, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed day. As always, bye.